We think we hear something. Gollum, Gollum.
That was really close to the microphone. I bet you that blew up like crazy. Hey, I don't got a lot to talk about tonight. Still just going with one camera because I have an idea. I have two ideas, actually. Tomorrow night, I'm going to try to do something outside the box in the episode. No set differences or anything like that or locations. But I'm going to try something that I think is kind of funny. And I hope that you'll find it funny too. I don't know why I just looked at the camera. It happens to be on the stand over there. I'm going to do something funny. And now, this is going to go one way or the other. I really want you guys to hear the song I recorded. This is about 3 or 4 or 5 years ago at this point. But a friend of mine was putting together a mixed Christmas CD of local bands. And so I thought, well, you know what? He asked me to do a song on it. And I had a song in mind right off the bat. And I had an idea for the song before he even asked. It's kind of funny that it came up. It's one of my favorite songs, and that's one of the few things I want to talk about tonight. It's my favorite Christmas songs. Oh, Dr. Carl. Sorry about that. This is Dr. Carl. He's my co-host on the road to 40. Yes, he's a doctor. Yes, he's a chicken. And my co-host. Nuts. Anywho, I'd like to put together a music video for this song. The problem is with the video I see in my head, it will never be the video that gets produced. And, unfortunately, to get the footage I need, it would take a lot of work and a lot of lighting and a lot of, set design. And, it's not worth it. There really isn't. It'd be fun to do it. So what you're going to get, hopefully, will be the most bastardized ghetto version of this video that will ever exist. Did I say what song it was? Little Drummer Boy. I guess I didn't, because that's tough to say. I would remember saying that. Sometimes when things are hard to say, like discs. Actually, that doesn't hurt me as much as a lot of other words lately. There was a song, a word that I said, maybe it was about a week ago, and it was relating to something I really like, and I was like, oh, that's upsetting. Dudism. I couldn't get it out the other night. Dudists. There it is. That shouldn't exist in any language. That sound is horrible. I don't mind hearing it. I just don't like saying it. So yeah, you'll get a video. I'm going to use a lot of free stock footage that I can get online for ambiance and atmosphere. It's a very industrial kind of not techno sounding, kind of industrial sounding version of it, and I'm proud of it. It's not perfect. There's a few things that are in there that I'm like, oh, I wish I could just fix that little thing. I could just take my guitar and plug it into the machine, but then I have to dump down all the tracks, and I gotta find software again to use for mixing audio. That's I'm not gonna take that time. It's good enough. I don't normally say that about my creations. However, I just have to say good enough about some things, because like the book that I wrote, like I've told you a million times, I've published it 3 times now, same story, just cleaning it up. I need a professional editor. I need a friend that's an editor, and I will write a story for them, or I will draw a picture, or whatever it takes. If I could get somebody to edit this down really nice and just give it to somebody, the unfortunate thing is it's not even my favorite thing that is in my mind right now. So I have 3 or 4 particular Christmas songs that really stand out to me. And now we'll go with 5. One of them, there's so many artists that have covered it over the last 3 or 4 years, or ever since Elf came out, the Baby It's Cold Outside. Let's start with that one. It's a rapey song, as Key and Peele would say. He's basically trying to get her to not leave and stay and have another drink and this, that, and the other. But the melody of the song, everything about it, I really like it a lot. Now, there are versions that I hate of the song, but the one from Elf that's on the soundtrack, I think it's Zoe and whoever the original artist, or one of the earlier artists that did it. But there's an interesting version that a lot of you probably haven't heard yet, and a friend of mine, several friends of mine are in this band back home where I live, and they recorded the song with Liz Phair, the Wheat Band guys. Actually, I don't think it was Wheat. I think it was either Wheat and Liz Phair, or Scott with her band. I can't. No, I think it was Wheat with Liz Phair. But it's a very good version of it. I really like it a lot. And Scott had said that was the first time he'd ever heard it when he was asked to record it with her. And I found that interesting because I'd obviously from Elf I heard it. Before Elf I'd never heard it, or if I had, I must not have just noticed it or something like that. But there's so many good versions out there. You should try listening to a bunch of them because they're very different in many ways. If you can get your hands on the Wheat one, very nice. If not, maybe actually I don't know if I really need permission to put it up here because it's not like it's. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll put a link to it and I'll do a stupid little video or pictures over it.
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go.
Baby,
away.
it's cold outside.
This evening has
And hoping
been
that you
so
drop in.
very
I'll
nice.
hold your hands, they're just like
My mother will
ice.
start to
Hey, beautiful,
worry.
what's your
My father
hurry?
will be pacing the
Listen
floor.
to the fireplace
So really
roar.
I'd better
Hey,
scurry.
beautiful, please don't
Maybe
worry.
just a half a drink
Put
more.
some records on while I
The
pour.
neighbors might
Baby, it's bad out there.
say what's in
No
this
cabs to be
drink.
had out there.
I wish I knew
Your eyes are like
how
starlight
to
now.
break this spell.
I'll take your hand, your hair looks
I
swell.
say no, no,
Mind if I'm
no.
moving
At least
close?
gonna say that I
What's the
tried.
sense of hurting my
I really
pride?
can't
But baby,
stay.
don't hold out. Baby, it's cold outside.
I simply must
Baby,
go.
it's cold outside.
The answer is
Baby,
no.
it's cold outside.
The welcome has
How lucky that you dropped
been
in.
nice and full.
Look out the window at the
My sister
storm.
will be
My lips
suspicious.
are
My mother
delicious,
will be there
like
at the
waves
door.
on a tropical shore.
Ignorance, my
Hey, my lips are
Or maybe
delicious,
just a cigarette
never
more.
such a bliss before.
Got to go
Baby, you'll
home.
freeze out there.
So let me
It's up to
go.
your knees out there.
It's really been
Hold my
Why
hand.
don't you see?
How can you do this thing to
Let
me?
me talk
Imagine my
tomorrow.
lifelong
At least there
song.
will be plenty in
If you got
mind.
pneumonia and die, but baby, don't hold out. Baby, it's cold. Baby, it's cold outside.
So that's a phenomenal song. Just top to bottom, I really like that song, the way it's performed in some cases. The Drummer Boy, I like as well. The reason why, if I can find a link, I'll put it right here. There's a band. Now hear me out. Be patient with me. I was a child once. It's a Christian rock band called White Heart, I believe. I believe that's them. And they did. You know what? I should just put the video afterwards. Let me just explain it first, though. I actually went to go see them in concert. And, first of all, Christian and rock shouldn't be in the same sentence with each other. Like, I've never heard. I mean, including Striper, including White Heart, including. Locally there's one artist around here who's a Christian musician. He's not a rocker, and his music is phenomenal. Nathan White actually did the cover art for his what do you call those? Not the eco-friendly, the 4-panel digipack. That's what I was trying to get at. No, he didn't do a digipack. I did another digipack art for somebody else, which came out pretty good. But this one, actually, I'm on the cover because it's one of those. He wanted a specific piece of art. There's I don't know. It's an older looking, almost like a Roman picture of Jesus, or the art style, I should say, and it's made up of tons of smaller images of Mother Teresa or the Pope or whoever, just influential people throughout history that influenced him or whatever. And so I took myself and I put myself in one of those blocks. And so every CD in everybody's house may have a picture, well, does have a picture of me on it. So anybody who's bought that, and I bet you he sold over 500, maybe 1,000 by now. And he's talking about recording again. I realized I didn't post a video the other night. I did a post video where it was me. Well, I can't say much because this is my idea that I want to try to do tomorrow night. I'll have a lot more time tomorrow night to do it than I would tonight. So, and I want to go watch the Naked and Afraid episode of with James Franco and you know who the other guy, James Franco, and what was his name? That always bothers me when I can't think of a name, and it happens more and more often. I think it's probably because I'm getting older. I also found this new artist, my friend Sean. Hey, Sean, thank you for emailing me that through the Fashbooks. Let me see what his... I'm not sure what his name is, though. Because I'd like to let you guys know because he's phenomenal. Phenomenal artist. You know, his art is similar to mine. I just feel like it's cranked up to 11. I use that term a lot, I know. But if I'm good, then he's great. And he uses... shit on a stick. Stick shit. He uses his environment around him to draw something. So, for example, he saw a curb, and then there was like a parking brake thing. Not parking, you know, the cement block thing. But kind of like that. And so at the top, he drew a picture in his sketchbook of a kid ollieing over it. And the next one, he opened up the sketchbook. Wait a minute. Let me just give you his name. He incorporates it into the landscape. He draws the pictures. He'll draw 1 or 2, 3, 4 pictures and incorporate it into whatever he's looking at. Or he looks at it and then he incorporates the art into it. Damn it. This is the whoever's website this is. It's terrible. The Chive on the phone sucks. Artist cleverly incorporates his art into real-world situations. French-born artist Troqman, Trockman, whoever. So check him out. I think his work is really good. Okay, so Drummer Boy. Yeah, I went to go see this concert, and they performed it, but they really rocked it out, if you know what I mean. And when I was a kid, hearing it, like, it was just like bad hair, glam, Christian rock. Like, I mean, it's bottom of the barrel music, just poorly written, poorly performed, you know, just that kind of typical 80s style to it, which I don't know. I'm not saying no good rock came out of the 80s, but there wasn't a lot of good rock to come out of the early to mid 80s. It wasn't until like 86, 87, I think, that things started to turn around. Unless you count Bon Jovi, then lots of good came out of the 80s and keeps coming out. That man can do no wrong in my eyes. He just writes good music. The band does, you know what I mean? Not everything's perfect, but for having as many albums out as they do, there's not many songs that I'm like, oh yeah, I don't like that song. There are a few, but not a lot. I think it's a very short piece of a song, this third song. It's on the John Denver and the Muppets CD. It's called Alfie the Christmas Tree. It's in Every One of Us. And the first part is just him talking through for the tree, basically. Don't forget to say a prayer for the trees, the water, the wind, so on and so forth. Just beautiful, beautiful. I mean, just hearing John Denver talking is a beautiful thing. I'm sure him and Jim Henson are hanging out somewhere in the cosmos performing. It's an interesting day for things like that. Today is the day that, Dimebag Darrell died. Today is the day that John Lennon was assassinated. Today was the day that Jim Morrison was born. And today is the day that a friend of mine, Paul Lorenzo, I think his father passed away, or his stepdad. Not this year, but previously. So that's tough. But it's interesting that many musical occurrences happened on the day, or two musicians. There's got to be something behind that. Maybe they're just like, you know what, let's go hang out somewhere else and play some music. But if I can find a link to the John Denver song with the Muppets, I'll put it up here. I'm sure I can. because it's out there. But I just love the performance. I love hearing the chorus. Well, actually, I think it's a verse, to be honest. Or maybe it's not even... I don't even know how to explain that song. Like, because the first part of it's just him talking. The second half is... Maybe it's just a chorus. I guess it's just a chorus, that song. It's a repeated chorus. It's really just beautiful and good. Hooky, you know what I mean? But not just for a festive holiday time of year. I just mean as a song in general. Like, it's a moving melody to me. And when I can hear a song that moves me every time I hear it, one way or another, either to tears or to laughter or just makes me smile to remember something, then that's one of my favorite songs. And this happens to be one of those. And finally, I know a lot of people would disagree, and first and foremost, let me correct myself. That kid, that 16-year-old kid that I kind of mocked in the last video, I have to send him and my viewers an apology. That was him singing. Holy shit, that kid can sing. He's 16. I thought it was Blue Christmas recorded by Elvis. That's how good it was. Like, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, when I found out today, like, I felt like a jerk, a complete jerk. I'm like, wow, I was speechless. It doesn't happen very often, folks, but when it does, boy, let me tell you, a thing or two. Well, yeah, Elvis, a lot of his Christmas stuff. Why can't every day be like Christmas? White Christmas, I love that performance. I love, obviously, a Blue Christmas. Oh my God, that just moves me. I know, but there must be just that little piece of me inside of me that stirs my soul when I hear it. I always liked him as a performer anyway. Now, I've changed a lot through the years, and I would have to say that I was wrong, but not by much. As a performer, I think Elvis was better than the Beatles. Like, whoa. I'm not talking about songwriting ability. I'm saying as a performer, as an icon, a legend. The Beatles, obviously very iconic, very legendary. However, I just think Elvis one-upped him in that category. The only category. Other than that, obviously, I think that at this point in my life, I will admit it, the Beatles were much better than Elvis. It took me a long time to admit it, but I still love Elvis. I don't care. My mom and dad could have gone to see Elvis, but my father got sick. Jerk. Anywho, yeah, those are my favorite songs. I don't know what's going to happen. Either A, by this time tomorrow night, I will have a video of the performance that I did of Little Drummer Boy, the industrial version of it. I'd like to get some feedback on it. I enjoyed recording it, and I did all the drum loops myself, and I did every other instrument on there. It was me. Everything. Vocals. There's probably about 4 or 5 layered vocals at some point in that song. There's some metal guitars at some point. Anywho, one way or another, I'd like to have it up, even if it's just a shitty little video tomorrow. I can always do a better one later on, or I can learn from this and maybe take some of the band songs and start making some videos. All I gotta do is get some recordings of those guys down there. You know what I mean? Just need some. I've got some other footage. I could piece some shit together for fun. I like making videos. I really do. I like doing the Road to 40, and I like editing and making the videos. Another friend of mine recently started her own vlog. Today, actually, as a matter of fact. I know she's got a channel trailer up. This is a link to her YouTube channel. Jelaine. I don't even really know her personally. I've met her a few times through her ex, a friend of mine, Paul. And she seemed like a cool cat, an artist. You know what I mean? Us artists got to stick together. So I want to just pass that along. Check it out. I mean, it's just the introductory video. I don't think she's done anything else, but you can see what she's planning on doing. And her editing skills are much better than mine. But hey, it's all learning. You know, I taught this to myself. I don't know if she went to school or not, but sometimes I just don't want to part. I have something else I think I want to say, so I keep looking around, but it's just not grabbing me tonight. Anywho, there'll be some exciting videos between now and the end of the year. I want to do this little thing that I'm going to try to do it tomorrow night. Let me put it this way. I need twice as much time, actually probably 3 or 4 times as much time as it would be to just do this video. So if we're talking about 20 minutes, we're talking about at least an hour and a half probably before I can have a final product, what I need to have done. And that's a lot of time. So thank you guys for always coming back. If you're loving watching these as much as I'm loving making them, please subscribe, like, comment. Give me something to talk about, please. Pass these along to anybody who you know who might like watching them as well. Don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow. Make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier together. Let's sing and dance in the rain. Let's live life to the fullest and just love every moment of it. Because you just never know when tomorrow or that next moment may not come. I'm Jason Oliveira. This is Road to 40. Please follow me on all the social media sites. I'm gonna do a permanent image that I'm gonna put up here. Hopefully I put it up here and you're just hearing my voice at this point. But if not, eventually I'm gonna just do something. You'll see in Jelane's video if you watch it what she did on hers, and I thought, wow, that's a great idea. I'm totally stealing that. So thanks. All right, you guys take care of one another. Have a great day tomorrow. I'm really loving this season, man. It's been beautiful. Today was a really cold day. My cousin came. My cousin Melissa, my aunt. That's the problem. When you grow up in New England, you drop your R's, but you got to catch up with them eventually, and you start throwing them in words they don't belong in. Doesn't matter. Family came up to South Carolina to visit. So, anywho, you guys have a super wonderful night, and I'll see you guys a little bit further on down the road to 40, my friends. Take care.